I'm walking through property today. Common rookie mistakes to avoid. I think this is like a whole nother podcast, but go ahead.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you 2 tips, okay? Because we can be here all day with the actual face-to-face appointment. The first thing you got to do is do a pre-prep appointment or prep before the appointment. So what you got to do is you got to figure out what is the outcome that you want. Obviously, it's going to get the contract, right? You want to make sure that you write down at least 3 objections that you know that you're going to get to prepare yourself mentally for. Because what happens a lot of times, we go into the house unprepared and we get these things thrown at us, right? And if you're not ready for them, you're going to either stutter or you're going to feel like you're going to seem like you're just trying to sell the seller, right? By overcoming them. So I'm a big believer in that. Just writing down at least 3 objections that you think that you're going to run into. They're going to be high. Typically, it's going to be something like how much you're going to offer. Come look at the house. Just walk in, look at the house. The other thing too is, hey, I got to think about it. That's going to be huge. So those 3 things, you got to have to know how to overcome them. The last thing I'm going to give you advice on is position yourself in a way where the seller doesn't lead you to just walk the house and then give me an offer.
Yeah.
We're huge on that. I mean, we can spend a whole hour talking about that.
Yeah. So I'll just give a few here. It's gonna be a list. First one is I see a lot of rookie salespeople believe that they're good salespeople when they're not even close to being quality salespeople.
Right.
And so what happens is they've won so much in their career, either in sales or outside of sales, through their smile, their wink, and their charisma. And
the golf club's in the corner.
Yeah. And hey, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you it doesn't work. It works. But that is just the tip of the iceberg. So that's the first thing. Second thing, allowing a prospect to tell you they need to think about it. I suffered this mistake for
100%.
many years, right? I left countless millions of dollars on the table allowing think about it, right? And so I think, when someone's telling you I need to think about it, I just want you to hear it as I'm not sold, because we know people buy emotionally and then justify it intellectually. So if they're telling you the words I need to think about it, that just means they're not sold, right? Yep. So that's the second thing. Accepting I need to think about it. Now, how to overcome it is a whole nother story, right? But accepting it, that's a rookie mistake. And the third thing is people telling us, oh man, you seem so nice. You're such a good person. I really like you.
I really like you. That's my favorite.
Yeah, right? All these compliments and showing how nice you are, that's a very friendly way of saying, get the hell out of my house.
That's the friend zone. Yeah, and in a way it is, for sure, 100%. Yeah.
Max, you seem so sweet. You're such a good guy. I really appreciate you coming over. And that's it, right? It's like, think about it. Every time you had a difficult conversation, like you had to say something really difficult, what'd you do? Hey, how you doing today? Yeah, you having a good day? Right? And then they'll tell you the difficult thing. So salespeople will tell you. Sellers will tell you that.
Talking about how you're doing, again, because we want to talk about the good, but we also want to talk about some things that you and I kind of discussed a little bit. Using how you're doing in the beginning. What do you think about that, Steve?
No comment.
What do we call it? The hate crime, right? You commit the hate crime. How you doing today? I'm not a big fan of that because...
Why do we call it a hate crime?
Why do we call it a hate crime?
Yeah.
Why do we call it a hate crime?
It's an acronym. How are you today? HAYT. Yeah. All right, continue.
So what I think is that, just like, I think Daniel on your live yesterday say he didn't really like it, probably caught you at a bad time. Right? He didn't like that statement because he felt like maybe the reason they're picking up the phone is because, they're available, but not necessarily is that true. But with how you're doing today, that can easily be rejected, right? My dog died, or I'm not doing so well. Like you're creating, and the way I look at it is you're creating an unnecessary objection that you need to overcome. And that's why, like, when I was doing my calls, right, one thing that Byron kept saying, like, this guy has like the script, like I can tell, like, but that's the framework, right? I don't deviate from the framework. I don't go away from it because it works.
Right.
I don't try to wing it, or I don't try to, come up with my own stuff in the middle of the game. Like, the game plan's already set.
Yeah.
We got whether we have 10 plays or 15 plays, they're all going to be used. The game plan's set already.
Yeah. So I want you guys to think about this, right? Like every great chess grandmaster, right? They got their favorite opening move. They know every opening move. They mastered every opening move, but they all have their favorite opening moves, right? If you look at NFL teams, right? They got their first 15 plays mapped out. They're going to run. And in basketball, right? Like players have their favorite area to shoot from, and they have these moves to get them to their favorite spot.
Yep.
right? So you have to have a methodology to get there. So the other thing too is, if you're talking about, how you're doing today, there's 3 outcomes, and none of them are good for you. Right? First one is, man, Max, I'm so glad you asked me. I woke up early this morning, went to play ball, was texting with my buddies, got a good workout in, took the kids to school, but like all this stuff, which is just removing any kind of momentum towards a sale.
Yeah.
Or, man, Max, I'm so glad you called me today. Like, my dog just passed. And, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, I don't even know how to get out of bed today.
You don't want to sell a house,
right? That's not a good situation. Or third is the sales guard or the guard goes all the way up.
Yeah.
Oh, red alert, red flag, sales guy.
Yeah.
So there's 3 outcomes from how you're doing today, and none of them are good.
Yeah, no. That goes back to the other thing too. I got some feedback was you never. I got a message saying you never use. I'm looking for. I'm trying to reach. I had 2 people message me about that, and I said that was interesting because they hear a lot of people use that. I'm trying to reach Steve. I'm trying to reach Mr. Trang, or I'm looking for Mr. Trang. Like,
you know what? We're gonna start cold DMing people, and we're gonna say, I'm trying to reach.
No, we obviously it took a long time for us to change that. Even with our sales guys, like when we were on this side of the office, my office was like right across the hallway. So when Ryan started with us, he had the hardest time to get away from them. I'm trying to reach, so I would run over there. I'm calling because not I'm trying to reach.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad habits for us to avoid, to undo.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of it. So